feel like I get a bit way too comfortable now.
In what sense?
Like when we're sitting on a sofa, obviously it's my sofa, so you know when I got my little groove, that's because this is my spot as well. In real life, this is my spot. Outside of the podcast world, this is my spot. You know, if anyone sits in this spot, they have to get run. You know what I mean? Good view of the TV. Anything I need is within arm reach. Feel me, dog.
Powers.
Broken generation. What are we looking at? 26?
Couldn't tell you, but it's about that.
I'm not gonna tell you.
It's about 26 in the season.
When was the last time you listened to a whole episode through?
The landlord one. The landlord.
Oh, okay.
Recently, that's what, 2 episodes ago?
Yeah. Nice. People, them, we are back. We are here for you, for the viewers. Yeah, I mean, soon we're gonna put this on subscription.
What, a paywall?
Yeah. What's it called? A paywall. Yeah. You have to subscribe and pay in order to unlock the content.
That's a good decision.
You ready for that? Yeah.
Not just yet, but soon.
When we at least hit like 10 subscribers.
Yeah. 10, 11, 12, somewhere around that. Yeah, good idea.
What they called organic. When we hit that organic subscribers, we'll be there for you. People, then we are the broken generation. You know how we like to get down. My brother, how has this week been for you?
Yes, brother.
Well, 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since our last episode.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Had some interesting times.
Oh, okay.
Interesting times, you know what I mean? What can I say in it?
You want to elaborate, or are we keeping it there?
Not really. New life.
What do you mean new life?
And death in the world, you know. Sadly, that happens.
Okay.
Life and death, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man, just life, and then what can I say? Everything's happening in it.
Hey, do you know what I can hear? Me rubbing my Crocs together.
Yeah,
you know that one? Sorry, brother. Yeah, sorry.
Very comfortable in those Crocs.
Oh, do you know what? I'm a convert as of Friday just gone. So we're talking.
Are you slippers only Crocs? Are you life Crocs?
Oh, life Crocs.
Oh, what? Item Road, you're rocking Crocs.
These are, listen, see these here, yeah? I got them Friday, yeah?
Yeah.
I had work Friday night, come to work with me.
Yeah.
Up to Saturday when I left, came back with me. Sunday I had work, they come with me. I'm in Cheltenham Town, walking around in Crocs, bruv.
Okay.
I wore them to school today.
Wow.
You know, everyone run me down.
Yeah.
But I'm proud now.
Are they that comfortable?
They're nice, man.
Yeah.
As you can see, I've just had them on. It's not even like I even realised that, you know, I've just been walking around.
You're not styling them with the pins and stuff?
No, they're not real ones. They're some Reebok. I don't know if the fins fit in these ones.
Yeah, those ones look rather differently shaped.
Do you know what they are? Breathable. Oh. That's why the holes are bigger. It's breathable.
That makes sense.
In fact, they ain't got no back on. Other than that. Nah, man. I wouldn't say like I'm an activist for Crocs, but you know they're all right.
I like Crocs, man. Crocs are dope. I haven't got a pair of Crocs myself. My dad's got a pair of Crocs.
Okay.
So whenever I'm at the house, I'm just putting it. I slip them on.
So someone asked me today, actually, if I just feel like I'm so low, if I would wear my Crocs on a well-known high street in Gloucester. And I said, yeah. And they're like, what, you'd wear that? And I said, listen, the yard has then been wearing Crocs for years.
Facts, yeah.
Like, what are they going to tell me? I said, even all pink ones and different colour ones.
Yeah, barefoot with no socks.
Yeah, for years.
Comfortable.
They might not have been called Crocs. They might have been called something else. But you know, these things ain't new to our culture.
You know what it is, brother? When you get to a certain age, you don't care, you know.
Yeah. No, and I'm at that age.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm at that age now. Like, I can do the nice thing. I can got the Jordans. I got my Air Forces. I can do that if I want to. But sometimes I just want to wear Crocs.
Comfortable life, innit?
You know, what's the difference with the Crocs and the sliders?
Big difference, you know. I kind of
big difference, yeah.
I hate people with sliders.
Socks and sliders, or just sliders?
Nah. Do you know what? There's this caveat I'll give. A girl with pretty toes, yeah. You know when they wear the sliders because they go into get a manicure done.
Yeah.
It's calm, innit? It's calm. I allow you, innit? You got the pretty toes out. It's alright. It's calm.
Okay.
But if you're just doing it on a worn, like these are outdoor sliders. You know what I mean? Like wearing them outdoors like every day. Oh, I hate them, and they're like mad dirty and thin.
Oh yeah. You can see where the paint's rubbed off, where the foot's just buck heel on it.
Hate it. Yeah. And that's why it's gone. That was for like a short period of time. It's just a summer thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But see the Crocs, that's what you need to move to now. And you see my Crocs got the little sock inside as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, winter thing.
Okay.
You know, so I don't even have to rock socks if I don't want it. And my foot is still warm.
Okay, yeah. Powers to you, bro.
People them, let us know. Are we a Croc generation now? Or because like some people are still saying how no. Like
what, the Crocs?
Oh, like
if you've never worn a Croc, you don't know.
And that's what it is, because like I said, up until Friday I was anti-Crocs.
And you know what it was? When I was a youngster, it was all about what I looked like.
Yeah.
When you're older, you start to wear jeans less. You realise, right, jeans are kind of heavy, you know.
Listen,
I supposed to wear shorts, man.
I couldn't tell you the last time I wore jeans. Like, I don't even wear jeans to work.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how I dress now when I come on this show is how I dress at work.
No, facts.
You know, them ones the last time I probably wore jeans was probably last time I went out, like, clubbing.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
You know them ones? So I'm at that, I've been at that level though. My jeans went out, like, we're probably talking 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
I think when I hit 30, I hit 30 and I said, you know what? I'm done with jeans.
No. I still rock the jeans.
You rock jeans
I still rock the jeans.
Nah, bro.
But there's a time when I just want to be comfortable. It's annoying because as soon as I hit the yard, I'm like, right, the jeans got to come off, man.
Nah, I'd rather just start the day like that.
I'm still out there though. You're happily in a relationship, innit?
What you're saying? The jeans are like a peacock.
They're just it's like upper. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the peacock. Yeah, you're right. It's the feathers opening up.
Yeah, is it?
It's like, you know, it's more acceptable. It's more.
So you heard about the grey joggers, no?
I've heard about the grey joggers.
Okay.
I wanted to have that conversation. Now you're talking.
Okay.
Should have that conversation.
Yeah, you ready for that conversation? Well, we'll have it as a topic.
Oh, you have a topic? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if that's...
There's a conversation.
Yeah, there's a conversation,
That's a fact.
Okay.
How's your week been anyway, brother? How's your week been? Your week been good?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Can't complain, man. I don't even think there's even been any standout moments for me. No, I don't think it's just been another calm week. Yeah. You know, we just kept it moving. I don't think there has been any standout moments. Calm week, man. Calm couple of weeks.
Alright.
So you said you got excited, so you've got something to say to the people.
There's something I got to talk about, innit? It just came up in a thought pattern. I thought, let's follow this thought pattern through, innit?
Alright, let's do it. Let's get back at it. Let's get in. So we're back in. And like you said, in that intro, something sparked. Yeah. There was an idea, there was a thought pattern that sparked. So, Mr. Henry, let me know what that was.
Do you know what? We were just talking about jeans, and we were talking about comfortability.
Yeah.
And it dawned on me this morning. So, boom. Man was in the shower. Boom. Got changed. Dried off my skin. Was looking at my clothes in my wardrobe and I was like, oh, what am I going to wear today?
Okay, yeah.
And it wasn't one of those days. Now, if you're a man like me, we have those days, innit? When you look down at your pickle.
What?
And it's not hanging the way it should hang. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah.
You know, normally when it's a good day, it's a summer's day, it's hanging well, innit?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, cool, let me just put on some baggy boxes and some grey shorts, grey trousers, innit?
Okay.
Let the world see the swing, innit?
Okay.
It was a different one. It was like...
Oh, it weren't one of those days?
Nah, it wasn't, bruv.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? The knees, it weren't hitting my knees like it used to.
Okay.
So now I just have to be like, sure, man, I have to put on some jeans today, innit?
Oh, to keep it compact.
Yeah, keep it compact, keep it sealed, keep the women guessing, innit?
That's like keep the women guessing, you know.
But I wanted to have this conversation, not about the pickle life.
Okay, I don't really know if I want a conversation talking about your pickle, if I'm going to be honest.
Shout out to the book next year. Anyway, I'll talk about it.
Jeez.
Listen, I want to talk about men and their insecurities.
Ooh.
Though I was talking about a joke, I want to talk about it. Are we ever going to be in a situation or generation or a lifetime where men are like, these are my insecurities, I'm happy with it, always going to keep wearing masks?
Oh no, it's a deep one. Why? Deep like that, you know? Man went from a joke to the serious one.
Yeah.
Short answer, I would say no. I think...
We're never going to get there.
I think pride is way more, like, influential in a male psyche than, like, being open. What would you call it? Like, being able to display or name your insecurities. Okay. I think pride will always be above that, I believe.
Yeah. Pride and ego.
Yeah, pride and ego. But obviously there's individuals, there may even be groups of people that pride and ego don't actually play a big part in their life.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think I'm around a lot of those people, if I'm going to be honest.
So wait, you're saying that pride and ego doesn't play a big part in their lives?
Yeah, I think there are groups of people or individuals where, like, pride and ego doesn't play a part in their life.
Okay.
Like, where they feel they are able to talk about anything, like their insecurities, their vulnerabilities, where they're struggling. We spoke with Adrian about his mental health and how he felt he wasn't able to speak about it.
Depression and things like that,
I feel like there are people that are open enough to talk about things. So maybe.
I'm interested because I came from, again, my background is I grew up in a church where we were honest with one another.
Yeah.
Not all of us, but some of us were trying to be honest, trying to be faithful to the scriptures and faithful to the community we call the church, and be open and honest with one another.
So sorry, before you go on, is it like written in scriptures that you're open and honest and you talk about? Is there anything around that in the Bible saying you speak about your vulnerabilities?
So it's not necessarily vulnerabilities, but it talks about sharing with one another. Issues and problems, or confession is good for the soul. It's kind of like phrases that we hear in churches. So oftentimes we're in settings where it's like men's groups, so the men's are talking to one another. We're having conversations about I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that. Let's just be open and honest. How do you overcome it? Do you struggle with this? Blah blah blah.
Good.
And then since I've kind of exited the church, R.I.P. to the family out there, love y'all. But I don't necessarily see that in the wider culture.
Ooh.
Does that make sense? We don't really champion one another and saying, and maybe we shouldn't, but we don't really champion our weaknesses.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Or we don't say, even the amount of people that are fronting in terms of pretending that they got money when they're broke. Do you know what I mean? Or they're spending their whole paycheck on a coat, or their whole paycheck on some shoes, or their whole paycheck on a Friday night with all the bottles popping on the VIP section, pretending that they're boarding. I'm interested if we ever get to a stage where we're like, look, this is who I am, or are there people that we are open to? Does that make sense? Yeah. Maybe men are not open like that in the public because of our ego and because it's an insecurity. But maybe we are when we're in relationships. Yeah. Maybe our spouses we can talk, and our partners we can have those conversations with, and they know everything, the ins and outs of us. I'm just interested about that whole idea of insecurities.
So do you think it's like, you know, people talk about growth, like over the past couple of years, do you think that comes with growth? Or do you think it's in a person?
To have that conversation?
No, I mean, that they would be able to express their vulnerabilities. Do you think it's something that can be learned? Like, when you was doing it in your church setting, was everyone just instantly open, or was it like, as trust built, like, you'd have to let your guard down?
Exactly that. As trust built, as you hear other people speaking about some of the things that they struggle with, you're like, oh yeah, I struggle with that as well. Yeah. You may not say it the first few times you hear stuff, but then after a while you realise that, and they've shown that they're trustworthy people, so they're not running around telling people about it all day long.
Everyone whispers when you get into the...
You know that, brother? Oh, he's wearing grey trousers today.
You know why.
But yeah, so it's built over time. It's built over them being vulnerable in their lives. And to be honest, maybe I'm taking this a bit too far. Maybe we don't need to be open and honest with ourselves or with the world. Yeah. Maybe we can in certain areas, but not in other areas. Does that make sense?
But I think that's true. But I think if you are struggling with something, then it is, because a lot of the time someone else may have gone through that, and it may be something mad. Like I've had, like I had a conversation with someone about something private. You know them ones, and then
tell us on it was.
It's not even one of that ones now. But then, like I remember then. Like literally like a year or two later, they come back to me and was like, yo, remember that time when and you thought it was that, but it wasn't that?
Yeah.
It's happened to me. And I'm like, no way.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about.
Basically, it's a little itch.
Okay.
You know, man, I get a little itch.
Man, a little ointment and a little...
Nah, so it wasn't even that. It was, we're there now, innit? I have to be open and honest with the world. It's called a jock itch.
A jock itch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a little, so you know, but you don't really know. So you know, you're having a conversation with a man and saying, "Yo, brother, basically, brother,
man got a little rash."
Yeah, I don't really know what, I don't really know what's going on. And so you have the conversation. You kind of leave it there. Yeah. I mean, you get a little ointment from the chemist. It's not a clinic thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then and then obviously a year or so, or whatever later. The man's come back to me and say, yo, remember that time when the same things happened to me?
Yeah.
Like, what, how did you get, like, what was it, what, you know? And that was it was only that one brother I had that conversation with. Like, it weren't like a WhatsApp group thing. Because I was like, you know, I wasn't too sure, but I knew it weren't that deep. So, I felt like at the time, and I felt like people have told me things, like, I've not always gone back and said, that's happened. But, you know, at the time, it was a bit like, like, who do I talk to? I know I don't really need to go clinic, but, you know, that was not really, it's not that, but I need to speak to my man and see.
Yeah. You really got reassured.
Yeah.
You don't want the thing to drop off.
What?
Yeah, no, I hear that. You know, and I think it's interesting because I think sometimes maybe, depending on, again, your closeness, your friendship circles, like, maybe you can point out things that may be a weakness in somebody.
Yeah.
So if they're not able to see their weakness in themselves, maybe, or to be honest with it themselves, maybe they need someone else to give it, maybe they'll give an ear to you. If you tell them, okay, yo, brother, you know, every time we go out for meals, brother, you always like, you take the longest to take your card out, you know what I mean? The pennies, is everything alright? You budgeting okay?
What, so you think,
money?
You think you'd be able to have that conversation through observation?
Certain things. If I saw a man and he was like overly, eagerly, aggressively towards females, then you'd have to have a conversation. Yo, brother, you alright?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe they don't see the error in their ways. Maybe they don't see the foolishness in their ways. Or even if it's just like, I've seen you post a picture of your kids in a while, you know, brother. As a kid, they alright?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, but I don't really see him in a couple of months, you know, them kind of conversations. So I don't know.
But see, my problem, because I work in an environment where we're constantly analysing or trying to work people out, I find myself doing that with people.
Naturally.
All the time. All the time. And I'm not an expert. So I'm probably way off a lot of the times. But there's been a lot of the times where I've seen certain behaviours and kind of named it to someone. Like for example, like, say we know people that, you know, they can't keep a girl down. They did it. And I'm like, brother, you do realise, like, that's like attachment issues. Like, you've got attachment. And they're like, what are you talking? And I'm like, so listen, I said, like, obviously your dad wasn't around. Your mum wasn't really emotionally supportive for you. Jesus, so once you're with a girl, you put everything into them, and then when things start going wrong, you kind of, I'm like, look at... You having them conversations? Yes, this is what I'm saying. I'm not someone that... Big one. I've had at least 3 of those conversations with man. At least. And I've said to them, no, look at what this means. And see if you feel like that applies to you. And if it does, there's help that you could get.
Yo, do you know if that's been helpful for them? Have they like took it on board or anything?
Like, it's one of them ones where I gave them the information. I'm not then gonna I'm not the be like, I'm not gonna go up to them and be like, yo, remember I told you about looking at attachment?
I ain't not fixing
go and look at the attachment. What did you fit? Like, it's, if you want to go and look at that, I believe what you're experiencing is similar to stuff I see.
Do you know, I rate that, you know.
Yeah.
I rate
No, but
that.
there's nothing to say that I'm right though.
No, that's a fact, that's a fact.
You know, I might be completely off.
But what I rate is the fact that you saw something, you said something.
Yeah, no, I don't always, but I always try to name behaviour if I've come across it before.
I'm gonna be honest.
And it might not be helpful.
Because for me, I want everyone that I know to do well.
Yeah.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I want everyone to be thriving. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm ever that comfortable with somebody to say, yo, brother, this, that, and the other, you know? I think it needs to happen when it needs to happen, but yeah, I'm not a person that's got his eyes on everyone all the time.
No, I hear that. And there's nothing to say that I don't need people to say to me sometimes. No, like, people have said to me times before, yo, brother, you kind of display this behaviour. You know, and I'm like, oh, is it? I'm like, alright, cool, let me go and see if that is a behaviour I feel I do display. And if it is, then I can be like, okay, cool, so this is the triggers, this is what it looks like, this is, you know, this is some coping theories. So I'm aware of that myself, and I'm open to people saying that, like, not over analysing me and saying like, this, just because man ran left and then was like, oh, I meant to be going right, and now they're telling me, you know, you're not thinking cognitive behaviour and this and that, and you know, I know a little bit about it.
Cognitive behaviour therapy. I like that. But I was gonna say, like, and for me, it's only because I've come to a certain age where I'm very trying to be as self-aware as myself as possible.
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying to be uber focused on myself, on my existence, and where I wanted to be in the next few years. And I feel like I hope. Because I think it's a benefit for me. I hope other people do the same. I hope other people are looking at themselves and saying, okay, where do I want to be in a few years? Like, what steps do I need to take? What are my good habits, bad habits? What's my good behaviours, bad behaviours? I mean, those sort of things. Because I think it's valuable. And I came up to a point, kind of when I left the church as well, I came up to a point where I was like, I need to take this mask off.
Yeah.
I was the cute, quiet church boy for so long, and it became a mask.
Okay.
It became an exaggeration of who I was.
Okay.
And I was never that guy all the time.
Yeah.
And I hated the pressure that came with it. Oh yeah, that's Dean. He's the preacher man. Even in like church circles, like, I was preaching up and down the country, this, that, and the other, and was set to be a certain image. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I hated that when I was a church guy, and I hate it now. I hate having a mask on, or people thinking I'm a certain way if that's not who I genuinely am. I think it can be crushing for a lot of people. So I'm just intrigued.
No, that is interesting, because I always go back to personal opinion, because and I feel like when I did know you then, I feel like you were who you were before.
Yeah, facts.
But you was just a little bit less
reserved.
Yeah, just a little bit less, like, because you would still bust jokes. We could still have our same jokes, and I feel like maybe when we weren't around people, it was more like having those jokes.
Yeah, okay.
But then I saw you as a professional, like, in that environment as well, and you were, like you said, you were very the church. But at the time for you, I guess that was who you thought you should be.
Yeah, of course.
But would you have appreciated someone calling that out, or would you have denied it?
I would have denied it, because I didn't realise I was wearing a mask.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My characteristics, these like, oh, I'm trying to be such a good guy and a nice guy, became my identity.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? Whereas, like, today, I'm like, my identity should be in Dean Henry. Don't view me as, like, even at a smaller angle, because I had an older brother. I used to be Leon's brother.
Yeah, little brother, yeah.
So my identity growing up was, oh yeah, that's Leon's brother.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but rather than that, I wanted to be my own person.
Okay.
And that's what I want to be now. I just want to be my own person. I don't want these labels or attachments to me. I just want to be who I am. Or he is that guy who he says he is.
Yeah.
And I want to be as authentic as possible. So I don't want to run around thinking I'm a money man when I'm not a money man. Thinking I'm a intelligent guy when I'm not an intelligent guy. So I see that oftentimes people with masks on, and it's like uber aggressive. Smile. Just angry all the time. Them people, and I'm just like, what? There's freedom in just being you, you know.
But do you think like, going back then to like trauma, do you think masks protect people? Like, some people need to put masks on to get through the day. Yeah. And it may be that, right, I'm going into this environment, I need to be this type of person, because otherwise I may look like, even like around gangs and like the kids, going into a gang environment, you need to be hard. You don't want to need to be seen vulnerable.
As a weak,
like, you might have just left your house, give your mum a kiss, tell her you love her, you told her what time you'll be back, like did all of that family thing, stepped outside into that environment, instantly put on a bad man mask, and now you have to be that person. because that's who people expect you to be, when really you're like a nice guy that just wants to, you know. So masks play their part in what environment you're in. And going on from what you said, in that church environment, that was your mask. That's who you believe people wanted to see and who you needed to be.
And I guess we never show our true selves all the time.
No.
And you're right, it could be a result of trauma, or it could just be a survival mechanism.
Yeah.
If you're in a quote unquote hood area, or an area where there's a lot of aggressive people, you need to show aggressive.
100%.
Show some aggression, or else you're going to be prey. Do you know what I mean? So I get that. I 100% get that. What I would say is, I wonder when I'm worried. Not I'm worried, but I wonder if the mask will ever fool yourself. Where you wearing a mask fools you.
You become that person. Yeah.
You don't realise that, right? And I see it again a lot in aggressive men.
Yeah.
They're overly aggressive. They can't even be like cute around their girl, innit?
Odd face constantly.
Screw face, like can't even speak nice to the waiter. Do you know what I mean? Just like I don't know what's going on over there. And it's a good thing for me, because man's a sweet boy now and then, isn't it? I see you slipping, brother. I'm gonna try chop, brother. I'm gonna try.
You can see the girl. You can see the girl cringing when you call her, yo, man, yo, come here, yo, what? You gonna take man's order or what? Yeah, but them kind of, and you'll just excuse me, sir.
Yeah. I'm trying to get her attention. Just give her a. Sorry,
we're not all like him.
Nah, jokes, but to some extent I'm not joking, but yeah.
See, when you man are slipping, when you want to be hard all the time. No, but I hear you though. It's a very interesting subject.
Because we do wear masks, and to think back, because when I started talking about this, I was thinking, oh yeah, men at our age, why are we wearing masks? But there are good reasons why people wear masks and hide their hide behind their egos and hide behind this, that, and the other. And in the corporate world, maybe you can't be who you want to be. Maybe you want to be Maybe you want to speak hip hop and road and grime and be that kind of guy. But in a corporate setting, it's wisdom to not take that there.
Yeah, and you know what? That's something. It's mad because I've been listening to like my mixtapes from my first one to my last one.
Yeah.
And I can see the growth. So like at the start, I was very much like, this is me. Like I'm Dange, I'm this person. They can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me, big man. They can't tell me nothing. I'm from the council estate. I am who I am. And then I seen as the music goes on, like my growth. Right, okay. By the third mixtape, now I'm a business owner. All right, so maybe you can tell me a little bit because you know I need to make sales, and I'm not. You know, I'm not as stubborn. And then obviously it goes on and goes on to like my last one. And now I am who I am.
Yeah.
Like, you get me? Like, I listen to what people say. I take on board. Like, I remember I don't know if I put it in a song, but I had a conversation with Fade, one of my friends, Fade, and we were working with the police.
Yeah.
And he's saying, right, you have to wear a shirt and tie. I said, brother, I ain't wearing no shirt and tie.
Yeah.
Like, they're booking Danger. Like, they're not booking Daniel. They're booking Danger. Danger looks a certain way. That's Danger. If I'm going to work with the police, I need to be that person. He's like, no, you need to be professional. I'm like, no, I don't want to be professional. I'm me professionally. I don't actually want to work with the police. Like, you know, if we're going to be honest, big man. But I get it as an artist and, you know, as making money business-wise. Yes, I will. But I'm working as them. I'm working with them as Danger, the rapper. Like, this is an agreement between them and the rapper that's going to come and do things. This ain't Daniel making that agreement. And obviously now I understand where he was coming from. But at the time, it was like, nah, like...
And it made sense, because you working with the police, how many people did they send to prison? Quite a few.
Exactly.
You did a good job, man.
Yeah. So I probably convicted 15, 16... No, but on a real though, they showed me a picture of someone when I went there. So do you recognise this person? And I'm like, never seen him before in my life. I fully well known that brother, you know. I knew where he lived. I knew where he, you know that was? And I feel like they may have seen me and him in a situation together and try. And I said no. So they gauged where I was at from there.
Okay,
You know that was, but
we can't work too close with this guy. He's a liar. You know? Facts.
But yeah, and then obviously from that, I don't know if it's directly that, but then they went on to obviously sponsor Increase the Peace.
Okay.
So the Increase the Peace first album was sponsored by Gloucestershire Constabulary.
Yeah.
You know them? So making them connections kind of worked out for everyone in the long run, everyone that was on it, and the Increase the Priest brand worked out in the long run. But yeah, it was just, so at the time, I just thought...
I'm putting one or two things together and I'm just realising, maybe it is wise to put a mask on if it's going to benefit your outcome. If it benefits your outcome, if you're outcome-based, putting on this mask, wearing these kind of clothes and saying this, speaking in a certain way, or hiding your alpha, your masculine energy, or maybe increasing your masculine energy. All of those sort of things may help you if you're outcome-based.
Yeah, and I think now... I think we're at an age now where we probably are outcome based.
Yeah.
And not outcome is that we're gonna risk violating our own morals.
Yeah.
But we're like, alright, what's the bigger picture?
Yeah, thanks.
You know, what's the bigger picture of me wearing Crocs? Like image wise, that's gonna affect how I look.
Yeah.
But the bigger picture is big man, they're comfortable.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
You know them ones?
Yeah.
Image wise, I'm gonna get looks and be like, what? But in the bigger picture is, you know what, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, it works.
Yeah.
So I guess, I know that's a mad analogy, but...
No, I hear it.
You know, that's what it is now.
I hear it.
And that's what I come to. Even like with clothes I wear, like I'm not a big brand person. I don't buy branded clothes. And people may look and be like, what, is that it? Nah, it's not. Like I've got a top that looks like Tommy Hilfiger. And I say, what, the Tommy Hilfiger thing? I said, nah, brother, this is Boohoo.
Yeah.
You're like, Boohoo? I said, yeah. Where the bigger picture is, I'm not, you know, I'd probably just saved £80.
Yeah, facts.
You know, that's, for me anyway, that's, but other people, like you said, other people then may be like, just because it is that, they need that brand.
Yeah. They need,
you know, they need that validation.
Yeah, exactly.
They need people to say, yo, big man, you got the... Yeah, it's the new thing.
And you know, I'm getting to that age, and again, we talk about this quite a bit, but I'm getting to the age where I'm realising I validate myself.
100%.
I don't need no one else's validation.
100%.
Except for the girls that scream my name.
Don't know.
A few of them. Not a lot, kind of ugly. But nice smile.
But you got a good personality.
You got a bubbly personality, yeah. That Tinder profile. But for real, I think there comes a time and age where we have to like be happy with who we are.
Yeah.
And be happy with the choices that we make. And if you hide in who you are, or you making the same mistakes over and over again, or you struggling with debt, or you struggling with controlling your anger, or you struggling with your relationships with women, or being a father, all these sort of things. If you're happy to struggle, then struggle, go on. Struggle, go on. But you've got to come to an age where we accept it and just be like, right, this is who I am. I'm either going to improve or not. I hope everyone would improve.
But I think, I like what you're saying, but people go through that process so... Like, how much times do you see, like, even on Facebook, like every couple of months, someone will put up a status that was the same status 3 months back, whether it's to do with family, partners, children, money,
and life is difficult, all of that. To be honest.
No, it is. No one's got answers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
No one's got answers, and just because you are gonna look in yourself and self-reflect, don't mean that things ain't gonna come up and you're gonna struggle because this has happened or that's happened.
Facts.
Nah, it's a deep one still. All from wearing grey joggers.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
All from wearing...
That's a deep one, you know.
All from wearing grey joggers. One of them just unpicked.
And unpacked. Yo, there's diamond here, you know, people. I'm just saying.
There is.
When you dig deep, bruv, there's diamonds here. Like, broken generation, man.
And like we say, this information is only what we know and believe. There is loads of information out there if you wanted to go and search it up. Like there's theories, there's behavioural theories, there's CBT. Yeah. It's because we was talking about CBD today.
Yeah.
There is CBD as well if that works for you. You know there was, but there is. And like even for people that's got kids and they're starting to be like, yo, that kid's moving a bit mad. You know, like or doing stuff. There's things you can look up and and say, you know what? They're displaying this kind of behaviour. Don't ever Google thingy yourself. What's it? Google. No one people say,
like
yeah. Don't do that. If you feel that behaviour is something they're displaying, get medical advice. Don't just say professional advice. Don't just say I googled this symptom, that symptom, and that, and now they have this.
They got cancer.
all of that madness, all of that. But people, look it up, man. Look it up. It's about being self-aware as well.
Yeah, man.
Untie your brethrens, man. If they're... No, we'll go on to that next.
Yeah, okay.
We'll go on to that next. Because what we're going to do is we're going to lower the tone to upper the tone. So the next one... Do you reckon, is this next one deep, though? It can get deep, can it?
It can get deep. I thought we were going to talk about something else, but now we're talking about that, okay.
What was we going to talk about?
The ball, innit? World Cup coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. We do what we do.
We'll do what we do.
Yeah, we do
what we do, baby.
I told her, like, if she doesn't suck it right, I'm a punch her.
Yo, you know the mic's on, right?
Oh, sorry, what? That was a mask, sorry, bro.
Oh, that was a mask. Oh, you're trying to be hard.
Yeah, I was trying to be tough.
Okay, say no more. Say no more.
Back in the mix.
Yeah, we're back in the mix still. Do you know what I feel like, though? I feel like all episode I've been sunk behind the mic. I've been trying to sit up and...
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? People can hear me, don't need to see me. You ain't missing nothing. So... we're going to move on. And what we're going to do, we're going to call it yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
So, the last topic, I think was a positive one. You know, it was very, I think it was positive.
Uplifting almost.
Yeah, uplifting. It was saying, you know, if you see behaviour, name it. Should people be wearing a mask in certain situations? What we're going to go on to is, when is it the right time tell your friend, loved one, anyone, that what they're doing is not for them? It's just not for them. Is there a right time? Is there a right time to kill someone's dream?
Is there a right time to kill someone's dream? You know what it is? For me, yeah, because we're in England,
yeah,
I'm always like, yeah, there's a right time.
What do you mean?
Because in my head, like, dreaming is only for those in America.
The American dream.
They've got the American dream.
Okay.
They've got the pursuit of happiness. It's like inbuilt within them.
It's part of like, to be an American.
It's to
dream.
Striving to be.
Yeah.
I can be a millionaire. I can do this. I can do that. Whereas in the UK, there is zero expectation that you're going to be anywhere else than where your parents were.
Other than employed, basically.
Yeah.
Our expectation is to be employed.
There's no desire to. There is not. You're like there's a culture to be entrepreneurs. But in America, it seems like you're from the outside looking in. Like they're built and bred to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
That way to strive for more. And we're like, if we're from a lower class background, you're supposed to stay in a lower class background.
Yeah.
There's no reaching out. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't. To me, there's a natural inclination to say, right, you still dropping bars, cuz?
Oh man, why are you personally attacking man? No,
I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying anyone in particular.
No, I know.
But there's a time, there's an inclination where you see somebody and they're doing something and you're like, bro, why are you working on the pipes or being an electrician or something?
Yeah.
What are you doing really though? You know what I mean? And I say that from a specific context because I'm a creative.
Yes.
I do nothing but creative work. That's the only thing that gives me joy or happiness.
Yep.
And I have to fight myself sometimes and be like, yo, brother.
What works? What works?
I have to say to myself, yo, brother, stop dreaming, man. What are you doing, bruv? Like, stop it, innit? Like, stop. What are you doing this thing for? Just stop, innit? But there's I don't know, man. It's which is why this conversation is kind of difficult for me, because I can see it in other people. Yeah. And I can even see other people wanting to say it. Or I can't see them wanting to say it to me, but I can see if people were to say it to me. Yeah. But I just will never stop. Yeah. And there's other people that want to say stop. No, I mean, but stop, man.
So you know what? I'm exactly the same as you. Like,
go on, talk the thing.
I love what I do, and I do it because I love it.
Facts.
I think the dream, unfortunately, died many years ago. Like, there was a stage in my life, and again, going back to listening to early music, there was a stage in my life where I was going to be nothing but a successful musician. Nothing else. There was nothing in my life that was going to happen. Listening to my early music, that's all I was going to be. Like, I never had any ambition to do anything other than music.
Yeah.
That was it. And, like, obviously that was the dream. You get a bit older, you realise, you know, and now I'm at the stage where I'm like, if I do music, it's because I love it. I know I'm not going to be able to create a career out of it, but I still love writing. I still love getting a reaction. I still love that feedback.
So my question to you again, I alter the question slightly then.
Okay.
Is there ever a time when you should say to somebody, stop pursuing it, as in they may dream to be something huge, and really bring them down to earth and say, look, you can do it in your spare time, but that's not it. I'm not saying you should stop completely, because there's things that bring me joy that I will always do writing. Yeah. Whether I ever make another film or a movie ever again, whether I ever get a properly published book out there, whether I ever make one of these creative things ever makes me £1 million or not, I'm a student forever.
Always gonna do it,
yeah. But it's never gonna be my sole driving force. I'm never gonna be like, boy, man's got to live off beans and toast for the rest of my life just so I can pursue this.
Do you know what though? Sorry to stop you, but the thing is, when you like look at all these success stories, that's what they go. Do you know what? I quit my job. I stopped this. I lived on beans on toast for 6 months so I could pursue my career, and look where I am now. So that's where it gets difficult. Because then who are we? Not us personally, but yeah, us personally. Who are we to then tell someone, big man isn't for you? Like, because I guess that's and I guess, to be fair, that is only our opinion.
Exactly, and you'll never know, you'll never make it unless you stop.
Yeah, 100%.
I can guarantee you're not going to make it if you stop today.
Yeah, impossible.
But if they keep going, they may not make it for another 20 years, but they may make it. I mean, I hear about the story of Steve Harvey.
Okay, yeah.
And Steve Harvey started comedy when he was 28 years old.
Yeah.
And was homeless until he was 33 years old.
See?
Homeless, living in his car at 33.
Mad.
3 years. Didn't buy his first car until he was 38.
Jeez.
Didn't make his first million, I think, until he was like 40, late 40s. But if you would have saw him at 33...
You would have said to him,
brother, man, you gotta stop this thing.
You're still telling jokes.
I'm still breaking the same hardo bread joke. Or something. I mean, nah, quit it, brother.
But then, go on.
No, I was just saying, like, you never know when someone's gonna make it. What's the old guy? It's an actor, old guy. He's been looking old since he came on the earth.
Black brother,
yeah. Morgan Freeman. He didn't make it till he was quite old.
Oh no!
Or a lot older.
What? There's no films with him being young. No, don't exist.
To be honest, there is one where he's young, but he looks old. He's probably like 12, but he looked like he's like 48, or he ain't grabbing pension age. But yeah, I don't know, man. Some people don't make it till later in life.
Alright, so that's true. Right, let's focus on the untalented.
Oh wow, that's it.
So that's another conversation.
Yeah.
So we get I would like to say we hold a bit of talent. Like,
I appreciate it.
You know, we hold a bit of talent.
I appreciate that.
Maybe not as good as other people in the field, or if we would be in that field. But there's people that don't hold any talent. Like,
in our eyes, yeah, okay.
Is it okay? No, but I feel like I'm in a position, especially music, where I could judge. You know, like I could have you know, I could have a honest reflection on some people.
Yeah, cool.
You know, because of my experience. Not saying like I'm like an X Factor judge, but I've been around, I've seen things. You know, so is it okay then to say to someone, "This is not for you"? Like, would you? Me? No, not a chance. I gas up everybody. Listen, someone comes to me, can't spit on beat, 3 bars, talking madness. I say, my brother, keep writing. In 2 years, you might be able to spit on beat.
You don't actually tell him that. You don't actually tell him the whole of that, do you?
It depends how honest they want.
Oh, I mean, honest feedback they want to get. Okay.
Yeah, and if their ambition is in 2 years, I'm going to be #1 in the UK. I'm saying to them, in 2 years, you might be good enough to actually spit on beat.
Okay, no, I hear you.
You know that one? So I'm not killing their dreams, but I'm trying to be realistic with their dreams.
That's how.
And I feel like a lot of the feedback I give to people is realistic. I would never kill someone's dream, but I would try to be realistic. Right, go on.
No, I hear that. The reason
because I see you ticking.
No, I think that's a good point. That's a good point because if you are in a position of authority, in terms of specifically music, I'm a music man, or I've got this many years of music. Here's if I'm an executive producer, if I've got labels or song credits, this, that, and the other. Maybe I could say, oh look, boom, brother, I don't see this being your future, brother. You should stop. Ooh. I think that's from speaking from a person of authority, and I guess it makes sense for him to say that because he can't see a way out. That's not to say he's right. No,
of course not.
If I would have heard a drill man spitting like the drill tempo and that kind of cutty kind of aggressive style back in 03, I would have said, them man are dead. I'd have been like, stop.
Do you know what though?
Because I didn't hear anything like that, and I thought,
it was new.
What are you doing? Same thing like Mike Skinner.
Yeah.
When I heard him, I was just like, really?
No, but the thing is, I think you appreciate that because it is so different.
Him specifically,
like Mike Skinner, or even back then, like the drill thing, like
not initially. When I first heard drill, I did not say yes. I was like, what? And when people were gassing it, I had to sit down and listen to it. And now I can appreciate it and be like, you know what I mean? I get it. So there's that tipping point. So yeah, so I'd say, look, boom, if they haven't got talent, that's one thing that you're saying to them to sit down. If they actually have got talent, it's hard for you to say, nah, you should stop. Because if they're like a singer, and they've got an incredible voice, I don't see how they can make it because I don't see the stepping stones around here. But they've got an incredible voice. I'd never discourage them.
Okay.
If they've got a terrible voice, and they're past a certain age, it would make sense to say, do you know what I mean? Leave some breadcrumbs and say like, yo, I'm not saying you should quit, but, do you know what I mean?
Get a job, basically.
Yeah. Because, tutus, like, if you would have came to me when I was, 15, and heard me spit, and said, brother, you're crap, you're dead, you're dry, you're this, that, you're never, that might have killed somebody's inspiration. And they may actually be crap now, but in 2 years' time, they'll actually understand a lot more. I mean, their understanding of music, song formatting, song structures, this, that, and the other could have improved tremendously.
100%.
And they could actually be pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But is there specific people out there you want to say they should stop?
What, specifically?
Yeah, specific people.
Not really. Like, I've read a couple of books. That's an author.
That's right. I read that.
Okay. No, but like I said to you, I would never ever discourage someone from their dream. There may be, like, if someone come up to me and said, yo, this is what I'm doing, do you think I'm gonna make it? Or like, then I might say my professional opinion. Because it's not gonna be personal, because you know, that person might be close to me. So I'll be like, my professional opinion is that boom, 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 boom. This is this. Like, you know, I think there are other people in your avenue that are a lot stronger than what that do, and they haven't even got to the level you want to get to. You know, so maybe, you know, do some research around that.
Oftentimes it depends who's speaking. I had someone come to me. Well, I went to them and said, oh, look, I want to start a specific business. There's a specific thing I want to do, and I think it would be quite profitable, or it would be decent. It would be decent enough. They said to me, no, Dean, no, don't do that. They were older than me. A lot older than me, wiser than me. I say wiser than me, but I don't know if they were wiser than me, but a lot older than me. I said, really? And they said, yeah, Dean, you should not do that. You should not do that. No, don't do that. Just be, you know where you are right now, just work hard.
Work your way up.
Exactly, and work your way up.
And
from that person's perspective, they were right. Because if they were in my position, they should not start a business.
100%.
But they're not me.
And
I'm not them. And even them at my age, they're not the same. So
it's mindset though, isn't it? It's mindset as well.
It's definitely mindset. Their advice was perfectly right and correct for them. It wasn't right for me.
And I've heard that saying before, if you were me. You know, it's not, it's sometimes you don't say, oh, like, what's your advice or what's your opinion?
Yeah.
Some people start with, if you were me. And I think that's a fair point to say.
That's a good perspective to have, yeah.
Yeah, like, if you were me, like, you know where I am, you know where I've come from, you know what I do. If you were me,
yeah.
Rather than, like you said, for them, the advice they gave you made 100% to them and their life.
Yeah,
and where they see your life could go.
Yeah, yeah.
If you follow their advice. But that's not you.
Yeah,
you've got a different mindset.
Yeah.
It's a hard one.
I think that's the interesting part is, it's not necessarily, because we're asking two questions.
Yeah.
One is, like, we're asking one question, but one is, will they ever receive it?
Yeah.
Because if you discourage them and they take on that discouragement, to some extent, they didn't have what it takes to make it.
100%.
So if they actually listened to you, you saying, yo, brother, stop doing that. And they actually stopped. They didn't have what it took. They didn't have what it took. They should look you in the face and be like, nah, shut up. Or they could hear you and say, oh, yeah, I hear what you're saying. And then carry on do it anyway. And then when they are successful, they can just look back at you and say, yo, brother, what you said?
Yeah, I told you.
And then I can tell them, look, brother, I was just trying to be your encouragement.
Yeah, basically, what I was doing was trying to put you up.
Reverse psychology thing, pushing you towards the thing, yeah?
Make you a little... Yeah, right. But the thing is, though, like, going back to it, like, I do think it is important to let some people know that it's just not for them.
And why is that? What is there any markers that you can tell? One of the markers I would say is a specific age. So if they've been trying it for 25, 30 years and they've not made it, I would say, yeah, that's one marker that I
No, but it depends what industry you're in. Because if you're like, if you're an artist, you know, it doesn't matter how old, like painter, like, you know, and we might look at it and be like, you know, it's not really, but it doesn't really matter what age you are, because then you could retire and paint. And like you said, you could bust when you're in your 60s and one of your paintings popped. I guess it...
Or after you die.
Yeah, anything. But like, if you're playing football and you're 42, like, you're not gonna... You know, you're not gonna... It don't matter how fit you are and how good you think you are.
Yeah.
Well, not even 42, probably nowadays 25 plus. And you haven't been picked up yet, or, you know, you're not playing fairly good, then it might be time to say to someone, brother, football might not be for you.
Yeah. Or that area. Maybe you're not supposed to be a footballer. Maybe management, coaching, 100%. Maybe sports facilitator, or maybe there's other areas.
There's a million other.
Do you know what I mean? Commentators.
And I think that is what is missing. So when I was like year 9, I told Mr. Shonk, I'm gonna be a footballer.
First of all, R.I.P. to Mr. Shonk.
R.I.P. Mr. Shonk. Mr. Shonk said to me, not a chance. Yeah, that's what he said to me. Not a chance. Yeah, what Mr. Shonk didn't say to me was, you may not be a football, but there's other aspects of football. There's coaching, there's sports, there's physio, there's management, there's a lot of other aspects of football. Because at the time,
that may be more realistic.
Like music, like the music was just coming onto the scene. Yeah, you know. So, but before that, I wanted to be a footballer, like a lot of kids. Yeah, but it wasn't a conversation around. There's other aspects of football you can get involved with. It was not gonna happen. You know, killed my dream, bro. That killed me.
R.I.P. Mr.
I know,
man.
but like we said, to him, that was actually, it was the truth. Like, but and I didn't make it, so he was on the back that he was right.
Even though it's the truth, it wasn't the whole truth.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
The whole truth is, there are other things that you could do around the sport that you love.
Yes.
So it's, you, in your eyes, you love football, therefore I should be a football player.
I need to be a football player.
He could have saw your love for the sport and said, oh, there's other avenues.
Yeah, 100%. And that's why, like I said, I'm always going to encourage people, because there are always other, no matter what you're in.
Yeah, facts.
There's always other aspects in that sport you would be good at.
No, 100%.
In that industry that you could do.
Because I'm seeing like loads of girls take pictures on Instagram. And I'm like, yo, babes, you're not going to be a model. You might be an OnlyFans. You might be an OnlyFans kind of superstar.
Okay.
Well, you ain't got a face, but you got the toes, babes. You got the toes, you know what I mean?
No, but I think even that, but like, even I know we're laughing and joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, not every girl's going to be a model, bro.
Yeah, facts.
But, you know what, they might even take pictures. They might be a photographer.
Yeah.
They might be what they call makeup artists.
Yeah, facts.
Do the clothing. You know, they might not be the person that is modelling the clothes, but they might be the person that puts the clothes onto the model.
Yeah, facts.
You know, like obviously you can laugh and joke about it, but there's so many other avenues that you could go down now. You don't have to be, but the thing is, I think everyone wants to be the person in focus.
Yeah. The first that gets the most praise.
I didn't want to be the coach. I wanted to be the footballer.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be the photographer. I want to be the person in front of the camera. Like, I think it takes...
I get all of that.
And they say, don't they? They say, like, a lot of people that work behind the scenes are failed in front... Like, they say in film and stuff, they're failed people that have not been a good actor. I seen something as well, like, a well-known... Was it? Someone said... It was like, why did you become a CEO? Like, someone like a P. Diddy. Why? Because I wasn't a great rapper. It wasn't P. Diddy, but it was someone like that. They said, why did you become like the CEO? And he said, because I wasn't a great rapper.
Yeah.
So, you know, he tried the rap thing, didn't work out.
Yeah.
Alright, there's another aspect, there's another avenue. And, you know, I'll go down that avenue and that avenue's worked out great for me. I can't remember it was, but I seen it not that long ago.
There's a saying, those that can do, those that can't teach.
Okay.
And we hear loads of people, like, I hear the examples used all the time, like business teachers. People that are lecturing on business oftentimes have never started a business.
Do you know I want to be a business teacher?
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that's the avenue I'm going to go down.
Yeah.
Because I can't start a business.
But it's like it's similar to that. It's like oftentimes the people who... Even the people who stop you from doing things or don't want you to do things just because they can't do it themselves.
100%.
Got to overcome that as best as you can. So on when it's done, we're saying, look, when is the right time or the right way to sell to somebody? Look, you should stop. And at the other end, we're actually, by saying that, we're encouraging the people to say, like, there are sometimes you got to overcome barriers, and oftentimes some of those barriers are your own friends who are not supporting you or not sharing your things.
Not spending money when random people are buying my product. Oh, buying product.
I hear you. P.S. Go grab some of Danger's music. You know,
Bandcamp. Yeah. It's available and it's free, but you can willingly contribute.
gang stuff. Yeah.
No, but it's true, and I think, you know, like when you have this conversation, you think of people, like especially me in the industry for how long.
Yeah.
Like I've met people that have said things to me, and then I've said things to people.
Yeah.
You know, but I guess what has never really been spoke about is the other avenues, and that's something that now. Well, I have tried to, but I will continue, and I suggest other people do, like continue to talk about other avenues of football, and other avenues of the industry.
And in general, you can earn incredible amounts of money being number 2, and not being the number 1 guy, or being the number 3 guy or the number 4 guy. It's like we all look at a industry or whatever, and we say, who's number 1? Okay, the artist. Therefore, I want to be the artist. But the person who actually makes the most money off of that artist is the CEOs that run the company.
Yeah, songwriters, the producers. Well, a lot of the time, unless you're a well-established artist, you can take the less money.
Yeah.
You know, after you have to pay back your advances and videos and clothes and all that, you make the least amount of money, and everyone else around you makes the most money.
And I'd encourage any artist, any creative person, because that's what we're specifically talking about, to have that conversation with yourself. You may not have somebody that loves you enough. Do you know what it is? No, it's not that. Because I love my kids enough that I can have that conversation with my kids. Because I know that they know that I love them.
Yeah. You're doing it from a good place. Yeah.
But with your friends or your people you know, there might be a bit behind it. They might think he's not actually saying because he cares about me. He's saying that because he's hating. He's a hater.
Yeah, he's hating me.
He's not actually a brethren. If he's a brethren, he'd support me. Well, if he's a brethren, he'd have that real conversation with you.
Yeah. And
sometimes that uncertainty of their love or their care or their appreciation of you is lost if they were to have that statement. So sometimes we just don't have that question.
And the thing is as well, then you start questioning their knowledge. You know, like if you come to me and spoke about writing, and I was like, no, I don't like that. You'll be thinking, all right, I hear you, brother, but what do you know about writing a book? Mm-hmm. You know, and even though it might be coming from a good place from me, and it's just something I've observed, you would then think, but you don't actually know anything about writing books. So, you know, although I hear you, might not take what you're saying on board, but I hear what you're saying. You know. Insulting. Yeah, and I think that's a next step when you're friends or when you're when you know, when it's a loved one, you are going to question like, but you don't actually know that much. So I'm asking you. Because really all I'm asking you for is validation. I just want you to say it's good.
That's literally it.
When you start criticising and giving me feedback on why it's not good, then I'm like, no, I don't really want to know that.
Do you know what it comes from a good place is if you can see everywhere else in their life. So for example, if you're pursuing something that you love really a lot, extremely over everything else, but everything around you is crumbling, it would be wise for someone to have that conversation.
100. But I feel like losing your house, losing money,
relationships, friendships are failing. You're not taking care of yourself. Like if you can see those other things, even if they are passionate about something, maybe they should pause for a moment.
And it's at that point where they're like, but this person lost it all before. And Elon Musk, one of the people that lost everything before he made the examples.
But they're one in a million.
Yeah, of course they are.
The exception to the rule is the exception to the rule.
100%. 100%.
And the likelihood that individual is going to be an exception to the rule is very minimal.
So, I don't know how long we got, but where's the balance between like the self-help, self-care, prophecy books that tell you all of this to realization?
So I'd say...
Where do you think that balance, the actual realisation?
It takes revelation.
Take yourself reading another book.
No. Because this is the thing. As a person that writes books, or anyone that's from those backgrounds, they're trying to sell you something.
Of course they are.
So self-help books are great, but they are trying to get you to purchase the book so you can do the self-help. Do you know what I mean? And not everybody needs self-help in that regards. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, everybody that does everything is trying to tell you something. A motivational 100%. Speaker is trying to inspire you because that's his job.
Well, to believe in him first.
Yeah, to believe in him, and then, do you know what I mean? So I'd say you have to face the person in the mirror. You have to look at yourself. Somehow, you can hear from everybody else, but you've really got to look at yourself and say, look, am I happy in life? Is everything right? If everything's wrong, am I happy with the way the things are? Can I still pursue this and everything else and juggle everything else? Or does something need to stop? Or maybe just pause for a moment. Because there's nothing wrong with like just going, right, everything's crumbling around me, but boom, I'm gonna stop being an artist for a year. I'm gonna work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, save up all that money, have that saved and secure. Then I'm gonna go another 12 months without work, and I'm just gonna focus on the music.
Doing the music.
You gotta have a plan somewhere along the lines.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep saying music, but it could be anything.
No, I know, but because music, we both. So for me, I think I got to that level when I was like, right, I can't keep using my money to finance my dream. So what I'm gonna do is any money I make off music, I use to finance music.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So at the time, it wasn't a dream. It was more than a hobby because I was getting paid. I wasn't getting paid a full-time wage, but you know, I was getting paid enough. So, and I've always carried that same ethos now throughout.
Facts.
From that day when I was like, right, I'm not now gonna buy anything to do with like the hobby until I make money off the hobby. So if I'm DJing, then I need to make money off DJing so I can buy DJing stuff. If I'm spitting, if I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I need to see some money from that. Cause I'm not gonna use my work money because it is a hobby, and even though it's not a dream no more, you know, it's still a hobby, and you know, I'm not gonna stop. So my like balance is I use money I make from doing what I love to finance what I love, rather than go to work every day to come back and buy the best equipment. That's like my sacrifice. That's how I do it.
And that's perfect, because if your enjoyment, using your example as music, if the enjoyment you get from music costs you £80 a week or £80 a month, and it's worthwhile, then that's fine. You can sacrifice, you can put aside, you can budget £80 a month to focus on music because that's what brings you joy,
100%.
and that's the end of it. It's not about making it. If you make it, that's great.
Yeah,
because you get joy out of it. This amount of money makes sense to spend on it.
Yeah.
If you're spending half of your wage slip on something,
and
it's not giving you the joy that you want, and you're doing it because you want to get somewhere else, I think now you have to think about yourself. If you're doing it because you love it, and you're not, like, everything else is able to juggle and make sense, then cool, keep doing that. And if you make it, praise the Lord. If you don't make it doesn't matter, you still enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll still do it. Like I always think like, man, I'm this age, can I still be writing?
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, because I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not writing because I want man down the road to say, yo, I'm writing because I love doing it.
Deep combo.
Yo, man hit that 30-minute and I remember this was meant to just be a quick you know, this was meant to just be a quick lock-off thing, and you know, we were just gonna do a quick one this week, but we actually got deep.
Yeah, they got a deep combo. I hear that, but for real, good conversation, bro. Good conversation.
Nah, it's good, man. I think it's needed, you know, because I feel like sometimes I need to like reflect myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm still like in my head. 2023, I'm releasing an album.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm releasing an album, bro.
Okay.
So, I need then to get in my head and be like, this danger still exists though, mate. You know, is danger still an artist? Is there still a danger in you?
Okay.
And then, like, that's why I need to, I need validation for myself. And that is one of the things I say. I'm not gonna use my money. Like, if I can make a little money off music, then I'll put that money back into, you know, doing it. So it may be that I work in the studio for a bit, then I could put money back to doing that. Sell a couple tracks.
Yeah.
You know them ones? £20 I just made, so, you know, that's half hour of studio time right there.
That's respectable.
You know, or if I do workshops or whatever I do, then I can use that money to finance. But I'm going to be honest, what I am going to do is put £500, capital investment into it. I am going to do that, yeah.
Do what you got to do.
I'm going to put 500 into it as a capital investment. I've already made that decision. And then so for like studio and so on and whatever else I need to buy, that's going to be my capital. Because I've deserved that. You know, it's been a long time. It's been a long I wrote the bio, it's 20 years.
Yeah.
You know? I'm going to put my own capital investment into whatever I'm going to do. 500. And that should be enough to at least get me started.
And anyone out there that wants to invest in the album, what we saying? What
album?
Can they invest in the album? Okay.
Of course they can invest.
If there's someone that wants to sponsor it, wants to
yeah, you know what? I'll put all sponsors on it.
Sponsor the first music video, or I don't know, whatever it is.
Or even if you got any ideas, you know, and you're like, do you know what's always good? People at uni that need projects.
Facts.
You know, I'll take 3 projects.
Facts.
You know, if you're at uni and you need to do a music project, I did 2.
Yeah.
2 of them I did 2 people's videos for free because it was part of my uni. You know them ones. So
any models that want some experience and they just look, you can lend your physique.
Is it
for a music video?
Personality.
Personality. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that. Then holler in it.
We're there. Right. Let's wrap this, my brother.
Yeah.
My brother, we just had a great
phenomenal
off-camera conversation.
Phenomenal.
It was great, man. Just saying about we should be looking at ourselves, and you know, we just had a quick little look through the Spotify and looked at the numbers.
Humbling.
Should I tell them how many monthly listeners I got?
Nah, don't do that.
But they could just go on and have a look anyway.
Yeah, but they weren't going to unless you said it.
Alright, say no more. Yeah, we just had a quick look through. Obviously, we were talking about before if we should be discouraging people, and we just had a little workout about how much money you can make, or how much money we believe could be made. But sparked a different conversation that we would hope to be having in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and also if you're an artist and you're doing well, or you feel that you're doing well, it'd be great to have that conversation with you as well. Break it down, like we're both creatives, we're both music guys, both got different opinions. So it'd be good to catch up with you.
Yeah, man, I want to see some people holler at the Broken Generation podcast, Instagram, DM, Shout out to Danger, shout out to myself, last name Henry, and invite yourself on the show.
Yeah. Tell us you want to come on.
Yeah. Invite yourself. Tell us you want to come on. I mean, and then we'll
pay the subscription fee.
Have a conversation.
There's no subscription fee.
There's no subscription fee, but it's helpful to have good conversations, isn't it?
No, it is.
I really love a good conversation because I think they can be helpful for some people.
Yeah, I think they're helpful for me. I come off these shows sometimes thinking, yeah, let me look at this a bit more. So it's always good to have that conversation. But we are at a wrap.
Yeah, man, we need to wrap up.
Man, if you wrap up, certain man need to wrap up more than others.
That's true. The feeling's different, innit? The feeling's different.
Is it?
No comment.
Okay, no comment. We'll keep it moving. My brother, what have we spoken about today?
We have spoken about, is there a time when you need to tell people, actually before we did that.
Before that.
We had a deep conversation about masks.
Which started with wearing grey joggers.
Yeah, we're wearing grey joggers. Random.
It was.
So yeah, we talked about insecurities, egos, talked about wearing a mask and what that is, traumas that brought on this mask and things of that nature. Dope conversation.
Yeah, very good.
We're not counsellors, so if you were triggered by any of the conversations that we had today, we would encourage you to go see a GP or a professional, seek professional advice.
Right.
Shalom.
Right, that was very professional of you. And then we spoke about, is there a right time to tell someone they're not going to make it or they're not good enough?
Specifically someone that you know and you're familiar with. Can't just go around randomly
telling everybody.
Booing people on stage and things like that. Nah, don't hurt feelings. Don't hurt feelings.
Yeah, so that, again, great conversation. Feel like there was definitely some insightful information and an opportunity to reflect on ourselves.
It's always good.
Yeah, which I've definitely reflected on myself. Listen, 2023, new music's coming out, yeah? I'm going to get them monthly followers up to at least one.
And those listeners, yeah. No.
Do you know what though? Randomly though, I've had my YouTube, like my personal YouTube, for a while, like years. Yeah. Probably since YouTube come out.
Okay.
And like it's not really doing that. And I don't really put anything up on there.
Yeah.
I recently uploaded a DJ mix.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think over the last, it's been I don't even know, maybe a week now, maybe 2 weeks. It's got like 2,000 views and I've got about 20 subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Like, and this is a channel that probably hasn't had anything up for 5 years.
Okay.
But just that little bit of marketing and changing what I upload onto the channel, actually, you know.
Right, yeah. So
you know, sometimes you have to change up what you do.
What, you're gonna upload some more mixes on?
Yeah, 100%.
So you're gonna shout out your YouTube page?
Oh, I've not even. It's Danger, possibly. YouTube, It's Danger. So these same mixes are on like Mixcloud, get a couple of hundred listens.
Yeah.
You know, first couple of weekdays it was on, it got to like 1.2. Then it got blocked for copyright.
Yeah.
But then I sorted that out. And yeah, it's been doing alright, so...
Yeah, solid.
You know, never stop dreaming is what I'm saying to people. If you're not good at rapping, DJ. If you can't DJ, produce. If you can't produce, create a podcast.
Oh, that's deep, yeah, that's deep. That's pretty deep.
One of them's gonna pop, people. Something is gonna pop.
We hope.
Yeah, out of all the things I do, something is gonna pop. Oh no, that's just a self-reflection on myself,
yeah,
man.
That's good, man.
Well, brother,
it's good to laugh and giggle.
We need to wrap it.
So I've been last name Henry. Check me out on the Instagram and the socials and that.
Oh, I nearly jumped in. We're usually great at this.
Usually you started off.
It's because that's why it threw me off. It's true. I don't even. Who am I?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, I mean, it's the mask. See, now I'm showing my vulnerabilities.
That's a good thing. That's a good.
It's Danger, ITS Danger. I think you can find me on all social medias under that same tag.
Yeah. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Talk to the people.
All that good stuff. That's what you usually say. Yeah. I usually say that. You usually say all that good stuff. One day we'll switch roles.
Synergy, man. Synergy.
We get there.
Cool, man.
Aight.